Hey everyone, hope everything is going well. Now, I'm going to talk about why I believe Bitcoin is close to a top. And once again, you do what's best for you. This should not be construed as investment advice. Talk to your financial advisor for whatever investments that you make. Okay? Now, I'm First of all, I want to say that I have skin in the game in crypto, even though long term I'm not a believer in crypto. I just saw an opportunity 2 years ago from a technical point of view. I followed these top Elliott Wave technical analysts, and they thought that it'd be going up. Someone like Avi Gilbert. I took his advice, not his advice. I just saw that he had a good track record. I took the bet. There's so much bearishness in 2022. Bada bing, bada boom, crypto has gone up over 100,000 as he expected a long time ago. And I saw an opportunity in 2022. And I didn't think the whole system would be crashing in 2022. I thought 2024. Now, it didn't crash in 2024, but we still have issues with the CRE market. And I think that's going to be a problem in the next year and a half. Now, what else seems weird right now? It's famous people getting hyped up over crypto. Also, you could say that they've been involved in some hanky panky, as I say on my other channel, AIH Sports. If you look at Scottie Pippen, I love Scottie Pippen as a basketball player, especially the abuse that he went through against the Pistons in the late 80s. It made me admire what he had to go through, and also he didn't get paid effectively, or he didn't get paid to the level that he should have. So he took one for the team. He took it for Chicago. And I will always respect him for that. A friend made me realize that, hey, look, he did a lot for you guys here in Chicago. So, yeah. But Scottie Pippen, he's tweeting about how he's dreaming about Satoshi and, all this stuff. Or he had a dream about Satoshi, even though I don't think Satoshi is the guy that created it. I think it was maybe Paul LaRue, like I talked about in another video. You have Scottie Pippen saying all these type of things. He's saying that, oh, look, Bitcoin went over 91,000. This is a start of the dynasty of the Bulls. I think that this is like 1998 and the last dance for the Chicago Bulls. I mean, right now, Bitcoin's at, 97,000? Even though I do believe that could reach 120, 125,000. Once again, not investment advice, but some of the top technicians that I follow believe it'll go there and top out around that time frame or around that price range. And then you also see this Hawk-Tuah chick. This Hawk-Tuah chick is potentially going to get into some trouble with some hanky-panky going on with her Hawk-Tuah coin with a few of the promoters. People are saying it's a pump and dump. It's a rug pull. A lot of people lost money. Just a switch over the last year or last 6 months. She was on top of the world on social media, and now she could be in potential legal issues. She went to, what is it called? I think a Bitcoin conference, and Michael Saylor, promoted this to her, and she's into it now, and I'm thinking, wait, time to get into it was at least a few years ago, 2022, when it was maybe 20,000, 17,000. Now you're getting in the high five figures. That's a red flag, in my opinion. Now, I want to look at it, though, from a logical point of view. And here's the logic and reasoning behind this. If you go back to a few years ago, the reverse repo market was about 2 trillion. I think it's like 2.3, 2.4 trillion in December of 2022. Basically, that shows like cash is going out of the system. It's the reverse repo facility. Now, all of those funds have been flowing into the economy. And right now, the reverse repo balance, as of today, I believe is 130 billion. So, a lot of the cash has come out into the system and has pumped up stocks. They've pumped up crypto. They've made everything look great in the economy, even though if you look at the overall macro, it's not as strong as I believe it is. A lot of people disagree with me because their accounts are going up. Yeah, my account has gone up too. It's great news. However, that is just a red flag. Not only that, if you go back to a couple years ago, the money supply was greater than where it is today. So just think about this. Money supply goes up usually year after year, and it goes into the economy. It grows. You see GDP growth. You see the stock market go up. But this time you see a divergence where money supply is going down while stock market's going up. Now, for the stock market to continue to go up in the coming years, money supply has to dramatically increase. Now, it could, and I could be wrong about the CRE bubble. Now, what will be done to increase money supply? That's what we're going to have to see. And not only that, so people would be like, okay, so what made the economy go up? Why did GDP go up with money supply going down? And it's, in my opinion, it's liquidity coming from the reverse repo facility. And for people that don't know what a reverse repo is, it's basically you're dealing with the counterparty. One party gives cash, and the other counterparty gives the original party the treasury or the T-bill, T-bond, whatever it is. It's a short-term loan, you could say. And the party that gives the cash to the counterparty, well, the counterparty has to pay interest, okay? And because they're giving, it's just basically for cash needs, liquidity needs, and all of that. And now there isn't that much activity in that. And how do I know? I work in the industry, and I can't say, what counterparties I deal with and all of that, but just I deal with basic accounting with reverse repos. I do a whole bunch of tasks, but one of the tasks, what I need to do is just show, okay, cash coming in or cash going out to the counterparty, and then I see on our statements the T-bill or T-bond reverse repo on our side. And then when it matures, is usually short dated, T-bill, T-bond, it matures, we get the cash plus interest from the counterparty. And for the last year and a half, my workload has been crazy. And now, because the Fed has changed course, you're starting to see less demand for the reverse repo facility. And less liquidity now is going to be pumping into the market. Now we've had an avalanche of funds coming into the market the last 2 years. Now you're going to have it dissipate, all right? It's going to go away. Now, what's going to happen to crypto when it's being pumped, in my opinion, through reverse repos, liquidity coming from that? Where is it going to come from? Okay, yes, we've had a tailwind with Donald Trump elected. He wants to be the most pro-Bitcoin guy out there. Okay, so you got retail guys coming in, and we're going to see the blow-off top scenario. What is going to be the catalyst that drives it higher without that liquidity from the reverse repo? Because if you look at it, the Fed net liquidity, part of it is increased with the decrease in reverse repos. Now that liquidity is leaving the system. Okay? You don't have enough of that. Now what else? Okay, TGA, but that's going to be depleted too soon. So what I'm saying is the pro Bitcoin guys, well, you got to look at a few things. Bitcoin is correlated with the NASDAQ in the stock market. Stock market rolls over. What's going to happen to Bitcoin? I see the same price action. It's going to roll over. And if you don't have liquidity from reverse repo market, where are you going to get that from? Okay. Some people say like, oh, well, they can print money via QE and all that stuff. They were printing money in 2007 to lower interest rates, and bada bing, bada boom, you got that recession. Okay. The jobs data was not strong before the election. And I still think there will be headwinds going into next year, despite Trump being president. And I'm looking at it from an unbiased point of view. And the CRE market, even though it's green shoots everywhere, there's a lot of banks that are underwater that have exposure to the CRE loans. Not only that, they have treasury bills that they've invested in that are underwater. Treasury bonds. Like, what is it called? The held to maturity. They are deep in water. They have a lot of issues. So that's something I'm looking out for the next year. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised in what's going to end up happening. And I just want to reiterate, I have skin in the game. I trade around MicroStrategy, Coinbase. I've lessened the exposure. I'm not dealing with aggressive options anymore because it's driving me crazy now. The option premiums have gone up like crazy. It's not as easy money trading with these options anymore. So I'm looking at, some of these cheaper miners and going from there and putting trades there. And frankly, yes, I do have some shares of Coinbase and MicroStrategy, but that's from a trading point of view. And if they go to zero, I still would have made money in MicroStrategy and Coinbase because I was very aggressive early on. So you can't call me like, oh, you're one of the Peter Schiff dudes and all that stuff with no skin in the game. But speaking of Peter Schiff, a lot of people are going after him now. That's also a contrary indicator. A lot of people are saying, oh, Bitcoin this and that, and you didn't recommend it. Yeah, people that will sell in time will have made the right decision getting involved in Bitcoin. But a lot of people, they get cocky, and I believe they will get wiped out for it. And yeah, sure, if people bought in the thousands of dollars, okay, they may be fine. But people that are just the Johnny-come-latelys, oh man, this is going to be rough. And if you get a banking crisis in the next year or two, holy crap. That's going to be wild. Now, a lot of people aren't even pricing this in. And what I'm doing with my profits, since no one's pricing this in, I'm just buying longer dated put options in some of these banks because of the exposure to what's going on in the CRE market. And, I'm a contrarian, so I'm not like using all my funds. I'm just taking some profits, putting it there, put options. My account goes up. I'm like, okay, sell this, buy a put option in one of these banks, big banks, because I do believe they will have trouble. But I'm buying some of these contracts, a year from now, a year and a half from now. So I'm giving myself time on this, and no one's looking into it because everyone jumps on the trade when it's hot. So if that situation happens, wow, crazy things are going to happen. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. I'll talk to you later. See you. Bye.